All right. So what we have here, the directions say, use the given term of the arithmetic sequence to write the explicit equation. And so, what I want you to know is that the directions establish this as arithmetic. I don't know how well you read instructions and apply it, or just assume. If it doesn't tell us this is arithmetic, there is no way we can do this. Okay? So since the direction says, use the given terms of an arithmetic sequence, now what does that tell us about these terms right here? How does it change? It adds or subtracts. It's a constant rate of change, and we are even given that constant rate of change of -7. So really what we're doing is we're subtracting by 7 each time. So is this sequence going to go up or down? It's going down, right? All right. So let's take it and we're going to figure it out. So here is my explicit form. And I'll put parentheses around it so you know that's not minus or subtraction. Oh. And so there's my D. I'm going to substitute in what I know. All of us pretty much know that the D is given. But what I plug in for N and A of N, some of us might not see as clearly. You should now, after our discussion between the comparisons between arithmetic and linear, to know that what's my value for N here? What does anybody see my value for N to be? Good. It represents that number. Okay? And what's my value for A of N going to be? Now, I hope we don't plug those in that way just because it's the only things we got. We need to have an understanding. This represents the 36th term. What's in the 36th term is that right there. A of N represents the number in the term. N represents the number of the term. So they're right there. How many variables do I have as an unknown right now? A1, and that's it, correct? So therefore, we're going to solve for A1, and I can write it. Okay, we're going to simplify. Simplifying the expression here first, so therefore I do the parentheses. That's going to give me 35 times -7. What is 35 times -7? Negative something. You are correct. You do 35 times -7. What is it? Okay. How do I solve for A1? It's a 35 because you got to do N minus 1. And so therefore it's 36 minus 1. Okay?
You add 245.
Okay, I add 245 to both sides. And A1 equals what? Sorry, -31. We wouldn't have to have 1. They're all in descending order. So 6 minus 5 is 1. 7 minus 4 is 3. So there's my A1. Now, the problem didn't say simplify it. It said write the equation. Okay? And so I'm going to write it two ways here because some of you might have simplified it. This is the one that I wrote on the answer key. Okay, so I went and I plugged in my value for A1. And since mine was negative here, I wrote it like that. Okay? And that would be okay. Now, if I simplified it, I would distribute the 7. Gives me that right there. Combine my like terms. Was it 24? Is that correct?
Sure.
-31 plus 7, isn't that 24? -24? Check my little arithmetic. Huh? -31 plus 7?
Yeah.
All right.
I use my fingers.
All right, use your fingers. All right, so I hope you didn't take fingers away.
No, I added.
All right, and so in there, what would the -24 be, just to reference back to what we talked about at the beginning of class? What would the -24 represent? What term? What term would negative 24 represent? Huh? All right. Negative 24. Is that the A1 term? It represents the B, which is the which term of the sequence? The 0 term of the sequence. Okay? Very good.